The Scepter of Infinite Woe. This scepter is the confluence of life and death. Mortal governance of such forces is unnatural. Hey guys, my name is Whimzee, your favorite data packing ice cream cone and Italian stallion. You guys apparently have exquisite taste in food and data packs, so good job. Anyway, before you rule the underworld, you must learn to control the lesser spirits by crafting these 4 basic items. Later in the video, we take our items into the arena once again and fight 5 giant totem poles of skeletons with flaming arrows and power 100 bows, which means 1 hit and I'm dead. And watch closely because at some point in this video, I drop the only hint you're going to get about an Easter egg that leads to Infernal Tyranny, a weapon even more powerful than the Scepter of Infinite Woe. If you guys enjoy this video, please like and subscribe because they take a long time to make and it motivates me to make more content. Now, young necromancer, join me in the giant spooky pumpkin. Right this way, please do get comfortable, make yourselves at home, but watch your step. You don't want to step in any of these nasty pumpkin guts all over the place. As usual, with my data packs, you can type /load and everybody is given a guidebook. Open the guidebook and go to the second page and you see a link with a crafting guide. This crafting guide will take you to the Planet Minecraft webpage where it will have screenshots to show you how to craft all the items. If you just want to cheat in the items and goof around with them, you can go to the final page, click the text, and cheat in the item. And now onto our first item, the Spirit Splitter, which I seem to have misplaced. Sorry guys, I've just been having headaches all the time, and I've been forgetting things a lot lately, and I don't feel so good. Right, so we got the Spirit Splitter, which is such a cool looking weapon. This is probably one of the nicest things I have ever modeled in Blockbench. I'm super proud of it. I really feel like this is something you could see right out of Minecraft Dungeons. Not to pat myself on the back too hard, but I really do like it. Now, this is a fully 3D modeled item, which some of you I think are going to like, some of you won't like. I've been 3D modeling my items a lot lately because I think it gives me more flexibility and honestly it's just more fun for me to do. But what do you guys think? Would you rather have something more pixelated and Minecrafty? Kind of what I'm thinking is if you guys are looking for data packs to play, you're probably looking to mix things up, so maybe it's okay if I bend the Minecraft rules a little bit, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. It doesn't look very good at first because when you look at the stats, it has the same stats as a Minecraft wooden sword, so obviously not very good. But if you summon something and you attack it, you'll see these white spirits come out. Now, if I collect it, it actually replenishes my hunger a little bit, and it gives me a speed boost and a strength boost. So when you're fully buffed, you will be able to kill an enemy faster with the Spirit Splitter than you would with a diamond sword. So if you're skillful with this, you'll actually be able to kill things faster and enjoy a tasty soul treat. Now, as an added bonus, this actually has an AoE attack. You can right-click it and then lob a shadow ball. And it's pretty good, about 4 hits and you're able to kill a husk. And finally, the recipe for it is very similar to the respawn anchor, except it's vertical this time. So you got 6 pieces of crying obsidian and 3 pieces of glowstone. Next up, we got the warrior spirit staff, which I realize looks more like a sword. If you're new to this channel, I use the word staff very liberally, so just get used to that if you're gonna be around here. When I right-click the warrior spirit staff, I can summon the phantom and it will be able to kill the husk in 4 hits. I really like having just something to fight for you, having a guy to give you a little bit of backup here and there. It's actually pretty handy. The recipe for this item is 1 stick and 2 bone blocks. And by the time you get 2 bone blocks, I feel like you would have already gotten diamonds and made a diamond sword. So I feel like this would actually come after the diamond sword in terms of weapon progression. Next up, we have the Nightmare Staff, and if you've seen my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse video, this is gonna look very... I forgot I was in creative. If you see my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse video, this is gonna look very familiar. You can right-click using this item to summon a horse. And then you can hop on that horse, you can ride it around, it jumps really high, and it's super fast, and it's got those nice little flame particles underneath, which you really can't go wrong with flame particles. Also, if you walk too far away, the horse dies. And if you see my other 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse videos, if you hop on the horse and then you right-click, you would get some crazy apocalypse ability, but in this one, it just gives you another horse. I took away the apocalypse ability on this horse because I wanted it to be a little bit balanced for survival play, and I don't know, I think being able to become death itself, it just doesn't really fit into the experience that I'm going for at this time. And next up, we have the Bad Blood Staff somewhere. Oh no. This actually tickles my brain a little bit. You know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's okay. I'm gonna keep it. Gee, I really hope none of you guys have a problem with needles, because this would be a hard video for you to watch. The Bad Blood Staff is very simple. The way it works is you can hold right click and it starts summoning a bunch of angry blood spirits. Just being around them makes you mad and, I don't know, raises your blood pressure and maybe you go into cardiac arrest. So in order to craft this, you need 4 glass blocks, 1 redstone block, 1 netherite ingot, and 1 block of regular quartz. If you don't use a regular quartz block, this recipe will not work. And now, young necromancer, you are ready to craft the Scepter of Infinite Woe. And to do so, you need the 4 basic items along with 1 wither skeleton skull. And at last, the Scepter of Infinite Woe. Just like my Saber of the Lightning Master video, if you guys haven't seen that, you gotta check it out after this. This item has 3 different abilities. We have Frenzied Vex Horde, the Spirit Circle of Protection, and the Possessed Ritual Staff. Let's start out with Frenzied Vex Horde. So this one is exactly what it sounds like. You can right-click it, hold it, and then summon a continuous stream of Vexes. Yeah, they are very angry and very fast and will swarm the enemies until they kill them. Yeah, typically you think of Vexes as a hostile mob, but in this data pack, you can actually summon them and make them fight for you, which I haven't actually seen any other data pack do, but I love it. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're holding little baby versions of the Scepter of Infinite Woe. Adorable. Next up, we have the Spirit Circle of Protection. Now, all these mobs are on me, but I can just right-click it once, and I can summon a protective circle to keep all the mobs at bay, which is really nice if you need a second to heal up. You don't have to worry about these guys attacking you. Now, this is a good segue into our final ability. Now, let's say you don't want to go out there and kill them yourself. Too messy. So I'm going to summon 1 more circle, and then we're going to use the Possessed Ritual Staff to clean this mess up. Oh my god, it's so fast. It's so angry. Nice. And look at how ominous and ghostly it looks. What's really cool about the Possessed Ritual Staff is you are able to detonate it. So if you get a good distance away and then you right click, it blows up. Now, it doesn't really do that much damage. In fact, it does so little damage that you're able to use it as a sort of damage boost to get across the map quicker. So this item definitely has a good amount of utility. And if you guys have ever seen an Ocarina of Time speedrun, they all run backwards. And you can actually use the explosion to catapult yourself backwards at great speeds. It is really fun. And finally, just like the Spirit Splitter, the Scepter of Infinite Woe has the ability where if you hit something, it will drop spirits that give you a speed boost and a strength boost. And now, young Necromancer, we move on to our final item, Infernal Tyranny. So in my last video, I dropped a pretty sneaky, obtuse hint on how to get the final item. This time, I'm going to be a lot more direct. I'm going to give you a riddle. So if you throw this item from the vanilla game on the ground next to the Scepter of Infinite Woe, you will get Infernal Tyranny. I absorb damage, but you can't wear me. By the time you appreciate me, I'm already gone. You can't eat me, and I'll never ask for a pyramid. What am I? And now the underworld bends the knee to the mighty Whimzee. Now you'll notice that Infernal Tyranny has all the same abilities as the last one, but this time, all of them are a lot stronger. So again, let's start off with the Frenzied Vex Horde. Now, I gave these Vexes a pretty big buff. You'll see that they can actually carry away enemies. If that's not absolutely terrifying, I don't know what is. Goodbye! Goodbye! Now, as for the Spirit Circle of Protection, you can right-click it, and now it actually damages enemies. It's very slight. It takes a lot of hits to kill something, but still, the circle itself is bigger. The particles, in my opinion, are way cooler. And yeah, it does damage. And now the final ability, the Possessed Ritual Staff, which, let's just do a little bit of a size comparison. So here is the Scepter of Infinite Woe. Okay, pretty big. And then that is Infernal Tyranny. It is so much bigger. Not that the size of the scepter matters, right? I've been reassured many times. The final thing that you'll notice is that this just has a lot more attack damage than the other one. So if I summon a husk, I still have the same Spirit Splitter capability, and I can actually kill the husk in 2 hits. So yeah, it does a lot of damage. Once again, we find ourselves in the arena where we fight 5 gigantic totem poles of skeletons wielding super bows, which means 1 hit and I'm dead. And this time we're going to spice things up a little bit. I am going to be reading the comments of the day while I do the battle. Let's begin. In theory, I should be okay, but my heart is still going a mile a minute. Kylie Zane asks, how many hours do I spend making these videos? And I would say somewhere in the ballpark of 40. It just takes a long time between making the data pack, making the documentation for it, doing the 3D modeling for the items, doing the video itself, the replay mod. It just takes a long time. There's a lot that goes into it, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and I'm glad that you guys are liking it so far. GamerZ says, dude, I want to learn data packs. And you should, it's really fun. One of the reasons that I wanted to make this channel in the first place was to inspire people to make their own data pack creations. Take a look at my code. It's really not as difficult as you might think to make the things that I make. So I would really encourage anyone, if you have even a slight interest, go and try it. The Reddest Blue says, I'm happy to say that I'm the 499th subscriber. And that's awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You guys are so funny. I get comments like this all the time. I almost feel like I'm a cryptocurrency or something. A Whimzee coin, if you will. Unlike Bitcoin, I don't think I can make you guys millionaires. Though your return on investment will yield no money, I can provide cool videos, cool data packs. So thank you, Mr. 499, and I will do my best to pay dividends on your investment. Okay, I was really nervous going into this at first, but I think you could hear the tone of this kind of relax. Skeletons just have a nasty habit of turning on each other, and I think kind of like halfway through, that's sort of what happened. That and my Possessed Ritual Staff definitely played a big role, but yeah, look at that. We're cleaning up this mess using the Frenzied Vex Horde. I love having little helper minions in games. My name is Whimzee, your favorite data packing ice cream cone. Thank you for watching. Oh, this spider must think I'm the subscribe button because he's hitting me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go check out my Saber of the Lightning Master video. You guys would love it.